All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your magic moon message. We're coming into the final part of breakthrough, baby. Yes, I need a haircut. Yes, I haven't cut my stuff. But the moon is in Pisces. So you could just imagine that it looks just cut up enough. We're not in critical Virgo that's asking you why your shoes don't match your pants. We're in you can be whatever you want to be Pisces. Pisces enables all of our fantasies and dreams so that we can believe we can achieve them. Okay? All right, so just imagine, you don't have to imagine that I'm sexy, it's just clear, but just imagine that I have a nice shape up right now, my beard is trim, just imagine. That's not a joke, by the way. I actually want you to spend the rest of this video just imagining of the cleanest fade ever. And if you can do that, you're basically exhibiting the function of your imagination and skills needed to brave through this transit. If you can imagine that I have the freshest shape up right now while watching me and that this somehow isn't hideous, you're gonna be good. You can pretty much imagine everything else you need. It's not hard. I'm already sexy as is. And that's not me being delusional. Anyway, do a quick exercise with me, all right? Just to kind of demonstrate what the nature of this aspect is. What aspect are we talking about? At current, the moon is still in the second decan of Pisces, meaning it's between 10 and 20 degrees. It's in between the Scorpio and Sagittarius signature, meaning the moon lunar phase is within the 210 to 240 degrees. When the moon is like 23 degrees Pisces, 21 degrees Pisces, then we will enact the Sagittarius signature. We'll go from 240, go into Aries, and then enact the 270 degrees signature, baby. See, I just imagined that was a red Ferrari. You didn't see that? Don't let its black color and bulky appearance stop you from believing that was a red Ferrari convertible. See, Pisces can allow me to imagine anything is anything, okay? And that's the magic of, I'm not being sarcastic, that's the magic of Pisces, all right? It inspires you to believe. So now that we're going to get ready to break through, let me just remind you, the 3 stages of breakthrough are 180 degrees, the Libra signature, 210 degrees, the Scorpio signature, and 240 degrees, the Sagittarius signature. I be spitting fire. I be spitting truth. I be spitting monstrous shit. If my mouth reflects that, that's because I go hard. I be spitting some hard shit, and it's just gonna reflect. All right, it is what it is. Not an excuse. All right, just believe me. Just trust me, bro. So those are the 3 to 180, 210, 240. 270 is completion. This is the harvest. We have the full moon in Capricorn, the moon in Aquarius, very diabolical. And now it's time for us to go beyond the realm of diabolical. Basically, the everyday life of a Pisces, who for some reason y'all think exists. It still blows my mind y'all think these people exist. These beings exist. And Sagittarius is a magical beast. So every time you see a Sagittarius, you're not seeing a person, you're seeing a magical beast. That being said, Sagittarius signature. Cancer is your personal feelings. It's not like Scorpio of trust, which is now sharing my feelings with yours. And I have to trust you in order to get naked with you. This is comfort. This is, hey, I kind of like the Backstreet Boys. I like their music. Like, I have to feel comfortable with you. First of all, NSYNC over Backstreet Boys. But I have to feel, shout out to the Backstreet Boys too. Yeah, I'm not hating. You have to feel comfortable with someone to admit something like that. All right? At least if you were me. So here is our exercise. I want you to feel where you're at right now. I feel good, na 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 na. But now let's enact this signature. I want you to imagine what you could feel. let's say we're going to practice, we're set for life, right? Take how you feel about your financial situation right now. Okay, now I want you to not see with your two eyes. That's the Virgo critical gaze. Virgo vision is physiological vision. It's you actually processing input and output. No, I want you to see with your one eye, your third eye. I want you to close your eyes, or you can keep it open if you want to see my sexiness and you just want to fix your gaze on that. And I want you to imagine with your third eye, you being set for life. Clearly, you're already set for life. All right, you're already set for life. You may actually be set for life watching this, so cool. But like, I want you to imagine what it's like to be set for life. See, as I'm walking here, I am imagining grapes being fed to me by beings who are not my slaves, who are getting paid a very great wage to just feed me grapes. Like, that's all they do. I'm like a Zamundian king, and they're wafting their leaves at me, and they're saying that the royal something is clean, my highness. Clearly the royal PSP, portable handheld game, that I needed cleaned for me so I could keep playing my portable handheld game. So I am imagining, you feel me, right now, I'm set for life, and that has ascended my emotions. I feel really good. What do you imagine? I want you to just fully immerse yourself in the fish-tarded essence of imagination, okay? I have just copped all the Buffalo Wild Wing chains that have ever existed just so I can have free wings. I feel exhilarated. I'm so rich that I bought every single Buffalo Wild Wings just so I could hook me and mines up with free wings. This is what it feels like to be set for life. Do you see how I don't have to care about the logistics or the possibility? I can just imagine it. All right? The way you imagine being set for life may be different from what I'm imagining being set for life. And we're just using being set for life as an example. So I just want you to imagine it. I have grapes being fed to me. I have a lot of manufactured vehicles that I created myself just to flip off every other automobile industry and be like, I make my own cars, but they don't really care. So these are the things that I can imagine. There are no limits to imagination. And all you have to do is spend the rest of this moon in Pisces transit staying in this imagination. That's all you have to do. I'm using the example of being set for life, right? That's one of the things I'm continuously manifesting and getting really great results for. Little actions here and there, facing certain challenges, opening up more potentiality. And it's not just me, you are too. But you can use this for anything. I'm using the example of being set for life, but it doesn't have to be that. But for the purpose of this video, while you're imagining me with the freshest lineup ever, I want you to imagine you're set for life and see how your imagination is guiding the perspective of what you feel. That's mutable Pisces, cardinal function, feeling, action, Cancer. Not Scorpio, that's going to really perceive the intensity of the emotion, the fixed, but more so, of course, what it is you're doing to ascend with the Sag signature, what it is you're feeling. And it's through your function of imagination that you're going to finalize this breakthrough of what you understood you could use in Capricorn and organize around these emotions, harvesting control over these feelings, harvesting and awakening supernatural knowledge of these feelings, which is weird. There's no non-weird way to say that. And then even stranger, imagining what you believe you can feel. You're imagining it as if it's happening now. This is one of the best transits for a law of assumption, especially because you're going to see immediate results, as Mars is in Virgo. So everything that you're imagining is going to subconsciously align your action orientation to act off of analysis and strategies. And because the moon's going to be on the north node and Mars is going to be on the south node, a lot of what you do is what you're destined to understand how and why you're facilitating these experiences. So all you have to do is just imagine what you feel you want as if it's already here, because it is. And this is where you want to be fully fish-hearted. You want to be as delusional as a Pisces is, that believes that the crush that they like loves them even though they don't. You have to be that delusional. And this is what's going to give you the results that you want. All right? Really, anybody. Now, here's the thing. This is going to change your beliefs. It's literally aligning your emotional body. You're constantly feeling what it is you're imagining. You're tapping into an astral realm beyond the physical that will align you. Jargon, BS. I don't exactly know how to say this part. But then when the moon goes into Aries, you're going to now understand who you are, being that person who has what you've imagined, and then complete the cycle by directing cardinally this perceptual, let's just call it focus. And once we complete this transit and the moon makes it 270 degrees, Mercury retrogrades in Leo. And then we start to beef with our electronics, and then we can blame Mercury again, even though it's probably not Mercury's fault, but it's just easier to blame things during a retrograde. So Mercury retrograding, when we complete this transit, is reevaluating how boldly we're processing information now that we've pretty much harvested this new evolved hardware of our emotional body and psychic power. And this is where the more fun you have with this, the better. The moon in Scorpio helped you integrate how deeply you can feel what you feel. So now you can explore Sagittarius signature through your imagination. All right. Now Venus is in chatty Gemini. Mercury is in Leo, very bold and prideful. And Mars is in analytical, critical, I'm going to fry you a little bit, Virgo. All right. So don't take personal people's criticisms. The god of war there is just roasting people right now. Not as much as it does when it's in Sag, but still, this is going to take the bold actions and thoughts you're thinking when Mars was in Leo and now Mercury is there, and it's going to buckle down more strategy, more analysis of how you take this action for when it goes into its detriment in Libra. And you want to look at the Mars and Virgo transit as practice. This is how it approaches. Because when it goes into Libra, now we're performing it. Okay. And with Venus and Gemini that's squaring Mars, a lot of the beauty of your thoughts that are polishing are going to clash with this more analytical criticism to make sure that what you're polishing is actually based in reality. As Mercury getting ready to retrograde is going to start to slow down a lot of these passionate processing of ideas in alignment with Venus polishing these ideas in instigating fashion, but also in beautiful fashion. So I wanted to really talk about these personal planets real quick to give you an idea of how we're getting ready to bubble things up as we carry forward this summer season into the Leo heat. Yeah, it's still hot here in Vegas, guys. But let's get back to Fish-Hearted Nation. Pisces moon is here to free you from your own doubt and to show you through this magical imagination realm, not what's only possible, Infinity Gang, but why it's already yours. And all you have to do is just imagine it, okay? That's the challenge. This is going to be called the Fish-Hearted Challenge. We'll do a Fish-Hearted Challenge every moon in Pisces. For the example that you're set for life, pick anything that you imagine you want to create and just imagine it as if it's here. And if you feel delusional, that's your critical mind having cognitive dissonance between what it's processing versus what you're imagining. Tell your critical mind to shut up, okay? And just be like, no, there's a cheeseburger in front of me right now. But it's like, I don't compete. There's a cheeseburger in front of me, and your taste buds will start to water and just gaslight yourself. But it's not gaslighting. It's just a different version of the truth. So just imagine it and just feel it, be it, experience it. And then the moon's going to go into Aries. Mercury start to retrograde. Electronics will start glitching more. And yeah, you guys stay blessed as always.